Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. And indeed, this is a live news show where we're going to be talking about Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice 2. Yeah, there we go. We're going to be talking about Beetlejuice 2, and this is a live show. You got that? YouTube algorithm? This is live. Talking about Beetlejuice 2, Jenna Ortega on Mirror Domains Movie News. Sorry, I have to do that because of the YouTube algorithm. I really wish that I didn't. But let's just get right into the stories today. It's going to be a little bit raw today because my internet's been somewhat intermittent this morning. So it's been on and off for the last hour. So I apologize if we go down. If that's the reason why, if we get paused, it's been really frustrating for the last hour. Well, we'll just try to get through it as quickly or as well as we can. Beetlejuice 2 set for fall 2024. This broke yesterday. And we knew that in early talks, Jenna Ortega was she was going to be set to star in it as well. Because Jenna Ortega and Tim Burton had worked together on the Wednesday series that we saw on Netflix and did full live reactions for. And we had lots of fun doing that. And she's a top tier talent. I can't, right now, she's one of the biggest stars on the rise. She's already risen, James. Oh, yes. Yeah. She's got huge followings. People like her as an actress. We're looking forward to Wednesday season 2. And now that she's going to be in Beetlejuice 2 with Michael Keaton returning, very fascinating. So what's going to happen in this? Apparently, it's being reported that she's going to be Winona Ryder's daughter. Okay, so I don't know if it's going to be going off that Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii script. Probably not. They're probably coming up with something new. Tim Burton's 1988 film. Wow. So, Michael Keaton coming back to a Tim Burton property. He's going to be back as Batman this year in Flash, which is just around the corner. And he's also going to be in Beetlejuice 2, coming out next year, fall 2024. Now, I don't know if that's going to be impacted by the writer's strike, because I'm sure that the script has probably not yet been finalized. The film will reunite Burton with Wednesday actor Jenna Ortega, who sources say that will be playing the daughter of Lydia, the character played by Winona Ryder. No word yet if Winona Ryder is going to be in it, but Wednesday creator is Alfred Bow. Keaton is expected to return. The feature script has a feature script from Wednesday creators, Alfred Go. Okay, so there's a creative team there from the Wednesday series. Those creators who made Wednesday have written the script for Beetlejuice 2. Now that sounds like they've pretty much solidified the script. So it looks like, Michael Keaton stepping back into these older roles, kind of having like a swan song, like up on the stage, here's my greatest hits kind of thing. I got no problem with that. If he's doing it for the Batman, he's doing it for Beetlejuice, that's fine, man. Why not? And the visual effects now will definitely be better utilized, I would think. Because the first Beetlejuice was a little bit rough around the edges. They used stop motion for the sandworms and stuff. Now that's going to be kind of like all CG, and I can't wait to see what Tim Burton's brain would be just kind of like let loose. As long as the budget's not too high. I hope Winona Ryder does come back because she's a good actress. And I always want to see that. Okay. Apparently it's going to be going up against Blade. So, well, if you believe that Blade is going to be happening, Marvel's has already said that Blade date for September 6th, 2024. However, the studio pressed pause on Friday for the Blade film. Yeah, we know about that because of the writer's strike. I don't expect Alec Baldwin or Gina Davis to return. Catherine O'Hara, probably not. Although Catherine O'Hara and this other guy's name, they played the parents. And I'm not going to say this guy's name because he was charged with some very... he's not a good dude. So there you go. But Catherine O'Hara is great talent. Awesome. That'd be nice to see her. The original feature brought in $80 million on a $15 million budget. And it's just a cult classic. For sure. Maybe we should do a full watch along for Beetlejuice. Yeah. Lots of great hits in there. So fall 2024. Jenna Ortega, her See, just going to Scream 7 rumors here. Uh, she would be in Scream 7 for sure. It's just uh, now with her schedule here being a little bit full, I don't know. Chris Schubert in the live chat says, hey, can't wait for Beetlejuice 2 for September 6th, 2024. I heard it will take place 36 years from the first movie. Jenna Ortega is great casting for Beetlejuice. Can't wait to see her chemistry with Michael Keaton. Oh, yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, she's a great talent, of course. Um, she just like sticks out in the Scream movies for sure. Hi guys, I really hope Ryder makes an appearance. A Weaver says, "Yeah, me too. I don't see why. I don't see why not. See, it's just all the schedules that are going to get thrown up in the air because of the writer's strike. Not only for Jenna Ortega, but for Winona Ryder as well, because of Stranger Things season 5 that's been put on hiatus, right? So once everything starts going again, everybody's schedules are going to go like this. It's going to be like, who? Well, you said you were available before, but you were also contractually obligated to be over there. It's going to be up in the air with. They'll make time for her. I hope they do. Arglass says it would be good if Gina Davis and, dare I say it, Mr. Baldwin. And that too. Well, Mr. Baldwin's been cleared of all of his charges from the Rust thing, so it's just that whole Rust production is kind of like, ugh. You really want to watch that movie? I don't know how the heck they're going to market that movie, but you like that house. That's the old house, right? They were ghosts of that old house. I thought they sort of found peace after that. I don't know. E. Weaver says honestly, it would be great to see them all. It would be, except for that one guy who played the father. If you don't know about that guy, I'm not going to go into that alleyway and sully myself with grotesque human behaviors. We don't need to talk too much about that. Beetlejuice 2, fall 2024. Cool, man. Cool. Okay. So, yeah, as you can see, guys, it's going to be a little bit raw. I don't have a side panel up today because I was starting to do stuff and then the internet would go down and I'd have to pause. I was pausing and I was kind of like, geez, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do it today. It's been weird. It's for the last 2 days. It's been kind of like it'll go off for like 2 minutes and then come back on. And I'm on one of the best, highest tier internet providers here in Canada. It's we've all been there before. We all know what this is. So let's just go through some more headlines. Yesterday we talked about the Little Mermaid. First reactions coming in were pretty good. So Melissa McCarthy has come out and described Little Mermaid villain Ursula as a gal I want to have a drink with. Really? Someone you want to have a drink with? Well, she's playing Ursula, and I think it's great casting. I think it's fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to it. The early buzz for the film was that most people liked it. There is the small contingency out there of people of the outrage culture saying, oh no, the visual effects, they don't look good, or yeah, I still can't believe that Sebastian is a crab that doesn't breathe underwater. I'm like, forget it. For crying out loud, guys. You're looking for stuff to be angry about. If I go to see this movie and the floating underwater effects are, I don't expect them to be like Avatar, but as long as it's passable. I mean, it's for kids, for crying out loud. It's not meant for 40-plus-year-old men. So that's the way that I'll be looking at it, right? But James, it should be made serviceable for everybody. Well, I'm conscientious enough that I can pull myself out and take a look at it from a wider perspective. Anyway, Arglass says we have a lot of thunderstorms in the area today, so I might disappear. I feel your concern. Yeah. So let's take a look at what Melissa McCarthy said about Ursula, a drink that somebody that she wants to have a drink with. I was so terrified, and there were moments when I felt like I had no business trying to meet with Rob Marshall, but if I don't do it, I will regret it for the rest of my life, McCarthy told THR in Las Vegas CinemaCon. We kind of hit it off. He's such a remarkable and lovely human. And I'll tell you this, guys. Melissa McCarthy is top. She is great talent, for sure. The camera, her charisma does work on the big screen. It's just all those projects that she does with her husband. I don't know what happens. If it's too much creative control, um, they just sink, they bomb. But we know that I know that she's got good talent, and I'm really looking forward to her as Ursula. So, going through a pandemic made her get inside Ursula's head. Quote, thinking about too much time she spent in isolation and what she had done to her mental state and paranoia, I was able to connect to her in new ways. Okay, so she used the pandemic to get into the mind frame to portray her on the big screen. I don't see that. Ursula is so damaged and such a juicy, dishy, conniving broad. I've always been like, that's the gal I want to have a drink with. Yeah, that's just her sense of humor. Close quote, right? Yeah, we're really ramping up marketing here because they just had the premiere. It comes out in, 16 days, 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. So we're looking forward to that. It comes out. Okay, so this week there's really not much coming out. We got Blackberry and we got, I'm going to be going to see Sisu instead of Blackberry. So there's really not that much this week. But then after that it's Fast 10. And then after that is the one week after that is Little Mermaid. All right. Looking forward to that for sure. Chris Ober says, I'm hoping Beetlejuice 2 will deliver at the box office, and in the first Beetlejuice was a classic. Yeah. It's just how crazy and far out it goes, right? Like, I'm sure Beetlejuice will want to have some kind of revenge for being bested in the first one, right? Because he got eaten by one of the worms. Hourglass Viking says, who really cares about the anatomy and respiratory nature of crabs when they're mermaids in the picture? Yeah, that too. That it's just, I don't understand. I do understand. People make those videos to complain about it because it gets clicks. That's it. But James, you publish pet peeve videos. I do that too, but I don't rag on certain things like. Oh, I guess I do sort of. I'm not. I'm doing it on casting. Well, I did rag on Johnny Cage. I don't know, but that wasn't like a bigoted kind of thing. That was just kind of like it didn't. That's not the Johnny Cage that I wanted to see. I wanted to see the younger, pompous, arrogant Johnny Cage, and we're getting a more seasoned, older Johnny Cage with with Carl Urban. Yeah. Anyway, I'm digressing. Let's stay on target here. Stock Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal to star in Weapons, the new movie from Barbarian filmmaker Zach Krieger. Now we know that there was that bidding war for this new film from the Barbarian director Weapons. His stock skyrocketed after Barbarian came out. A lot of people reacted well to that. Yeah, this Weapons had a bidding war. Like people were like, I want it. So it's going to have Pedro Pascal in it, talking about people on the, well, he's well established already. He's a huge star. Last of Us, Mandalorian. Pedro Pascal riding a new wave of Emmy buzz from The Last of Us. They signed on to Weapons, the new project from Zach Krieger. Okay, so Weapons, I did get a synopsis of this. Plot details are being kept in a locked box, but Weapons is described as an interrelated multi-story horror epic that tonally is in the vein of Magnolia, the 1999 actor craft showcase from Paul Thomas Anderson. What? Weapons. Yeah. I thought it had to do with like a knife or something that gets passed around to different people, and each time that the knife gets handed off to somebody else, it has like dire consequences. That's what I thought it was like, and that's what they mean like weapons. Like there's a cache of weapons that get discovered or something like that. That's what I thought I heard in an early premise. This goes on to recount some of Pedro Pascal's past history, and of course, yeah, he's going into the Gladiator sequel. He's going to be in the Gladiator sequel, so that's going to be cool. Looking forward to that. I'm starting to get hyped for that Gladiator sequel. But he's going to be in Barbarian. Cool for that. A Weaver says it's sometimes fun to nitpick. Yeah, As long as it's harmless. Like the Carl Urban thing, I felt was harmless. Artglass, actually, you ragged on my buddy Carl, but I forgive you. Yeah. No, I said it though, didn't I? In my criticism that I don't doubt Carl Urban's talent. I do like Carl Urban. It's just as I said, I wanted to see that younger, arrogant Johnny Cage. Can't wait to see Pedro in press junkets for the weapons, love, enthusiasm he brings to a project. Yeah, and he's really good in other things too, like that we've seen in Game of Thrones and the unbearable, massive weight of unbearable talent with Nick Cage that came out last year. That he's really good in that one too. In smaller things like was it Five Frontier, Final Frontier? Yeah, yeah, he's a good guy. All right, what's next? Oh, okay, good. Matilda, the musical star Alicia Weir joins Melissa Barrera in Untitled Monster Movie from Scream 7 filmmakers. Okay, so Matt Bettinelli Open and Tyler Gillette, Radio Silence is their name, their team name, who helmed the recent Scream movies, will direct an untitled monster movie for Universal, right? It's going to have Melissa Barrera in it. So now they're adding Matilda star Alicia Weir. So this, again, it looks like this one's getting a lot more traction than Scream 7. And everybody wants this team, the Radio Silence team, to come in and do Scream 7. I do. But it sounds like their schedule is getting fairly busy. Same with Melissa Barrera. And now we know that Jenna Ortega is going to be busy too. Scream 7 seems to be really being pushed to the background. If they don't have a script yet, or even a treatment for a Scream 7 premise, I don't see it coming out next year. And they had quick turnaround from Scream 5 to Scream 6. They did that like in a year. But they were working on it pretty much right away after Scream 5. And I just don't hear any rumblings for Scream 7. So we might have to wait 2 years for Scream 7. And I think that'll be okay. I think that'll be fine. If these two guys are going to come back to do it, right? Okay, so what's this going to be about? This untitled monster movie? Plot details are being kept in the trunk of a car, but the project was at one point titled Dracula's Daughter. Okay, yeah, and it was going to deal with one of those classic monsters, right? Dracula's Daughter. Or at least it's going to deal with some vampire's daughter. Could be Dracula. Who knows? The project centered on a group of kidnappers who abduct a band of young people. One of them ends up being the titular character. Woe then betides the kidnappers. Oh, okay, so kidnappers kidnap a bunch of young people, Melissa Barrera and them, and then one of them turns out to be Dracula's daughter, and I'm guessing it's going to be her. And the kidnappers are going to be going, "What? My bad. Please don't kill me. Oh, damn, I'm dead." Yeah. Matilda the musical, I never saw. I've watched those dancing clips from the musical. Like those dance moves are spectacular. Maybe I'll have to try to check that out. Looking forward to that for sure. Pedro, R.E. Weaver says, Pedro, one of the good guys, he brings me hope. Yeah. Arglass also says Pedro was really good in Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Yeah, he was. He had proper fan obsession for Nick Cage. Next level method acting. Well, and he had a bit of a change in that movie too, because he was that obsessive fan, but then when it changed into him trying to protect his family, he went through kind of like a transformation in there that was very subtle, but it also worked too, right? Like it was kind of like, wait a minute, the tone of this movie is sort of changed a little bit, and a lot of that had to do with Pedro Pascal. Hey Weaver, I still need to see that Hourglass. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, if you get a chance, hey Weaver, it's a thumbs up movie. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Nick Cage, for sure. All right. Oh yeah, this was one of the articles that I was reading before I had my internet outage. There she is, Scarlett Johansson. That could be desktop material. I think I will be. I'm going to save that for the archive. Oh, of course, I can't save it. I need a new desktop. That'll be in my new desktop. Scarlett Johansson opens up about the pain and triumph over Disney legal battle from Black Widow and Wes Anderson's Liberating Khan film. Okay, so yeah, I started reading this, so I don't have too much to report on it. We know that she's going to be on the cover of Variety. We know that the quote, what was it in the Twitter sphere yesterday, that she forgives. She's still on board with Disney. Yeah, she had that bad case where Chapek, um, you know, tried to bury her case because she was supposed to get a certain amount of money from the Black Widow case, and like it was supposed to go to the theaters, and she was supposed to get some of that revenue. And then when she was kind of like, "Well, that's a breach of contract," Chapek kind of like squashed her and said, "No, go away. You don't get to have a voice here," kind of thing. And they tried to bury it. They weren't successful. She got her due, so I'm happy about that. And you would think that a bad experience like that, because Chapek started to attack her moral character and stuff like that, which is, how dare you? How dare you talk about my ScarJo like that? Chapek. Anyway, Chapek got shown the door, and he's out. So good good that she's able to at least, look at it like it's just business, I guess, right, for her. It's a business thing. Sucks that it happened, but yeah, she's still looking forward to seeing projects from Disney, like Little Mermaid, and she said that she wouldn't hesitate to work with some of the business relationships, like the directors and some other actors that still work on Disney stuff. But she's done with the Black Widow role. She's, from what I understand, like, look at that hair. My God, I do like that hair. It's just something about it. I do like the black dress too. Scarlett Johansson, she's gonna look fantastic on almost everything like that. We looked at that on the Twitter sphere yesterday too, right? Um, yeah, so I'm gonna have to. I'll go out and finish reading this article later on. Yeah, I'm sad, of course, she says. I'm absolutely loved every filming experience I had working 10 years with Marvel and that amazing cast, and I love the character Natasha. I have a lot of empathy for her, and it was amazing to build that character over such a long period of time. She paused and then continued, quote, I feel really good about her story coming to a close. I think she has a lot of dignity in her legacy, yeah. And we need to watch Black Widow. Maybe we'll do a Black Widow watch along. Maybe we'll do that this afternoon, but I got to run out and... God, I'm so busy. I got to run out into Walmart and take care of some stuff, too. Oof. I do. I just need to put my thumb down. Friday we'll watch Black Widow. Yeah, let's do that, guys. I would do it this afternoon. I says, it's busy times for me. Tomorrow we're doing Survivor. But yeah, in honor of Scarlett Johansson, this week we'll watch this Friday. I do like this top photo here. It's got like shades of, what is it, Bride of Frankenstein hair. But better, obviously, right? Yeah. We'll take a look at that. Scarlett doing her best Jennifer Lawrence impersonation in the first image. You think she looks like Jennifer Lawrence, huh? I don't think so. But, okay. Why is that? I paused it. All right. Open image in new tab. Maybe that'll work. You think she looks like Jennifer Lawrence there? Put up a poll on the Grumpy Man and Ed Finding Nemo. Oh yeah, I need to do that too. Oh my God, I've been slipping here, guys. It's my bad. It is my bad. And when summertime here, it's going to get worse too, for sure. And in August, August 1st, I'll be taking a 2-week break. I'll still be doing small stuff, but I'll be taking a 2-week break because my some family's coming to Ontario, and I'll be doing all of that kind of stuff. But it's summertime, so yeah. All right, what's next? The writer's strike to put a damper on Con. Big business plans. Yeah, Con is happening in just a couple of days, right? Yeah, this is going to be a touchy subject. You're there to celebrate films, but then all of a sudden this is going on in the background, right? Will it put a damper on the business plans? I would say so, because it's going to be the top of conversations for pretty much everybody. It's kind of like, yeah, we're here to celebrate these films, and then, yeah, we've got this thing going on in the background with the strike, right? So Glenn Basner, head of Film Nation, said this, quote, "It's been a long time since there's been a writer's strike, so it's hard to say how significant the impact will be." Really? You think it'll be how significant the impact will be? Well, it's already started to have significance, so he's trying to play it down a little bit. I don't appreciate that. The question for movies that are being sold at the script stage is whether a screenplay is finished or requires more work. If it needs a rewrite, then there's a big issue with when it will get made, because nobody can do any writing while there's a strike. Yeah, we know that. Thanks, Professor Glenn Basner. Yeah. John Sloss, head of cinematic media, says there's not going to be they're not going to stop spending altogether. That would be counterintuitive. What? Maybe I just that one's probably out of context, but I do expect it to impact. We saw this yesterday. This was lightly yesterday. The showrunner for Andor season 2, Tony Gilroy, ceases his production services. And Andor season 2 was early. We talked about it, that Andor season 2 was fine because it was already starting to film. It was already underway. Most of those scripts were done, but the showrunner, Tony Gilroy, we talked about his Rogue One quote yesterday, says that he's going to halt his services. The creator of the Disney Plus series, singled out on social media for performing non-writing duties, tells Hollywood that he has stopped all such functions. So Andor is going to take a bump, which kind of sucks. I was really, Andor, I think, is some of the best Star Wars we've had. I discontinued all writing and writing-related work on Andor prior to midnight after May 1st. After being briefed on Saturday's showrunner meeting, I informed Chris Kaiser at the WGA on Sunday morning that I also would be ceasing all non-writing producing functions. So he's shutting down everything. And that's just to be in solidarity, I guess, with the writer's strike. Yeah, that's part of the jousting, right? That's going to be going back and forth. Well, I wrote these scripts, I put this together, but because of the strikes going on, I do all these other functions. I'm going to stop doing that now too, because I'm going to stand in solidarity with the writers. Those things are going to happen. That's just some of the collateral damage, I suppose, of what happens, right, with these things. Chris Ober says he's watched Chucky 2023. Oh, okay. Byford in the live chat says, hey, how's it going? We're just going through some headlines here. I just hope season 2 doesn't get canceled. No, Andor season 2 is not going to get canceled. It's just going to get postponed. I thought it sounded like everything was going. They had reported earlier last week that it was going to be fine because all the scripts were done. But when the showrunner says that he's halting non-writing stuff as well, then it's definitely going to be held up for sure. All right, let's go through some trailers. I don't think we're going to watch this trailer, but there's a trailer for Run Rabbit Run. Who cares if we get copyright claimed? Let's watch it. Why not?
Come back from where?
From where they go when they die.
What? Oh, sorry, I missed it.
Do people come back?
Come back from where?
And where they go when they die?
Okay, now that hearing that within context, that's creepy, isn't it? Whoops.
I had a sister. Her name was Alice.
What was she like?
She liked animals. She'd find wild rabbits and bring them home.
So, her aunt died?
She went missing when she was only 7.
I'm 7.
That's creepy, isn't it?
I don't understand what's going on.
It's clear there's something troubling Mia.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it.
Whoa.
She's pretending to be Alice.
I am Alice.
Please.
So the kid's
This isn't a
suffering
game.
from some kind of a
Don't
psychosis.
like me. Make me hide and hide. You're a nasty little thing.
You're a
Wow.
good girl.
Who's where?
You're a good girl. You're a good girl.
Killed the rabbit? That's creepy. Right? Run, rabbit, run. Why is it subtitled though? Is it a foreign film? Sarah Snook. Whoops. Okay, so she is definitely in some way responsible for her sister's death, and she's being haunted by the memory that may or may not be repressed. Yeah, I could see that. Definitely have to check this out when it's released. Well, if it's on Netflix, we might do a watch-along. Netflix, there's been a lull with its releases, because we do watch-alongs for Netflix's releases. Looking good, kind of similar to Nicole Kidman's character in Birth, regarding reincarnation with a dark humor twist. I don't see anything humor in there. She kills that rabbit. We see it in the cage with its like bloody eye, right? There's an eerie tone to it, isn't there? Is the mother having psychological issues? It definitely seems like the daughter is having issues with the masks and stuff, right?
You're a good girl.
Yeah. You're a good girl. When I read Run, Rabbit, Run, I hear Otis from a House of a Thousand Corpses. Can already tell the main character is in some way responsible for her sister's death. Oh, so some people are reading into it saying that, okay. But that one's kind of got my curiosity. Now that we've seen the trailer, I want to pull up the IMDb. And I want to take a look at Run, Rabbit, Run 2023. Sarah Snook plays a fertility doctor who believes firmly in life and death, but after noticing the strange behavior of her daughter, must challenge her own values and confront a ghost from her past. Well, they definitely captured the mood of it with its kind of like eeriness, right? No, it's an English film. It's just weird that the trailer had it on with subtitles. Nobody else jumps out at me in the cast here. But, yeah, creepy. What do you guys think about that? Run, Rabbit, Run. Okay. The Crowded Room with Tom Holland is going to be an Apple TV Plus movie. Now, I'm not going to watch this trailer because I already watched it. It's kind of like this guy, he's kind of like down on his luck or something. He gets bullied, and one day while he's getting bullied by some people, he gets a savior. Somebody comes in and steps up for him, kind of chases the bullies away and invites him into his house and everything.
It never struck you as strange.
And this actress looks familiar. Who is that? That almost looks like who the heck is that? I gotta look up a different cast, but they get invited. He gets invited into their house, and then all of a sudden, it's kind of like, there's been a bunch of missing people in the area, And it's possible that the people that stuck up for him there have been kidnapping people, and all of a sudden he gets accused of being the one that's been doing all the kidnapping, and not that guy that stood up for him. It's Tom Holland, so it looks like he is giving somewhat of an interesting performance in this.
Spots.
They're not the only people close to you to disappear, are they?
Yeah. So, and it's also going to be like he's got a bit of a past to it. It's going to be on Apple TV. So it's kind of like, I don't have Apple TV, but it's kind of like they're making a strong case here for stuff that I want to check out on Apple. But there's just too many streaming services. But it's kind of an interesting take, kind of like, yeah, the guy who helped them from the bullies and stuff turns out to be an actual really, really bad guy, right? Tom Holland, Amanda Seyfried. It looks like she's playing like the investigator after this case. I'll never doubt talent. Tom Holland and Amanda Seyfried are great talent.
What are you not telling yourself?
Yeah, you can see that look in his face there at the end. What are you not telling yourself? So is he the one doing it? Probably not, but he's being accused. There's that jousting, I suppose. When no one knows you like MJ before, it feels like, okay, that's a Spider-Man joke. Tom's performance in Cherry is so good. Really looking forward to this movie. I never saw Cherry. Two of my favorite actors in the same movie. Can't wait. So this is cool. Okay, so I want to take a look at the cast list for this one. The Crowded Room. Because I want to take a look at who that actress was. Because she looked vaguely familiar to me. I want to say that she was in The Midnight Club, but I don't think so. In Manhattan, the summer of 1979, a young man is arrested for a shocking crime, and an unlikely investigator must solve the mystery behind it before the true criminal strikes again. Tom Holland, Will Chase. Okay, so this is a series. That's why. It's a series. Oh my God. See, that made it look like it was a movie, though, right? Amanda Seyfried. Who is that actress? Who is she? Who was she? Show me who she was. Not seeing her in the cast here. It wasn't Emmy Rossum was in it? Cool. Sasha Lane. There. That's where. What was Sasha Lane in? She was that one sitting at the table. Right? American Honey. Did I see American Honey? Loki TV series, Hunter C-20. Maybe that's where I'm recognized. Oh yes, she was the one that gave up Loki's position, right? When she was being coerced or something like that. Hellboy. Oh, she was in Hellboy. We just watched Hellboy too. So, okay. She did look familiar to me. She's one of those actresses that hasn't quite broken through just yet, but she's getting the notoriety, right? What was this? With Chloe Grace. The Miseducation of Cameron Post. We do like Chloe Grace Moretz here. Okay, interesting project. Emmy Rossum, of course, was in Beautiful Creatures. She just had a kid too or something, right? Angeline. Shameless Hall of Shame. Mr. Robot. Shameless. Cold Pursuit. Good actress. She's good too. Beautiful Creatures. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah, Arglass. I thought it was a movie too, he says. Yeah, I thought it was too. And it, like the trailer doesn't say that at the end, does it? Like, what about this trailer makes you say screams series?
Telling yourself.
You see, streaming June 9th on all your screens. You somewhere along there they need to, like, Apple needs to say that it's a series, not a movie, right? Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Just a couple trailers anyway. They just released a final trailer for Transformers Rise on the Beast 23 minutes ago, did they? Final trailer. I don't see a final trailer. I just see a Mirage trailer where they show like Pete Davidson talking, kind of like behind the scenes footage of him voicing it. I wouldn't really call that a trailer. But I am looking forward to it. Okay. One little story for my whimsy. Night Court TV series reboot on TV apparently had a cameo from the original cast. Marsha Warfield returned as Roz for the season 1 finale of Night Court. The heck is Dan Fielding doing as a judge? I don't know what happened in this series. I stopped watching it after 4 episodes. I couldn't handle it. The acting was too over the top, and it was just silly. It was just silly. Just kind of like, this is really cringe-worthy, actually. So I couldn't finish watching it. But Marsha Warfield was part of the original cast. Well, after season 3, she was part of that cast. Cool that she came back, but it was just like a small clip that happened at the very end of the episode. She doesn't say that many lines. I had to take a look at it because she's been out of the acting realm. But there she is. I thought it was just kind of a cool nod. I hope they retool the series a little bit. Take some of the criticisms that, the acting was over the top and hammy, like really, really hammy. To the point it's kind of like, you're embellishing way too much. From all the cast. I don't know. I just saw that headline and because I was a fan of the original series. Okay, so yeah, I'll pull up that Mirage trailer. I wouldn't really call it the final trailer though. Whoops, just a bit of a commercial break there, and then I'll pull up the Twitter sphere, see if we missed anything. I don't think we did. We pretty much hit all the big stories. Yeah, see, this trailer is like behind the scenes stuff. I wouldn't really call this a trailer. We've seen, it'll have like extra footage in there. It's kind of like TV spots. Ooh, I was so excited that the studio called me to be in this big action movie. Of course you were excited, man. It's big exposure. There's the director. He's the guy who did Creed 2. So the guy who did Creed 2 is directing this, right? Is that him? I think that's him. Oops, there's Pete Davidson. Yeah, he's the voice of Mirage in this. I got no problem with that. As you know, I'm looking forward to RC. She's the one that I'm looking forward to. And the fact that they revealed that Unicron is going to be the big bad guy in this. So cool, man. And I hope it looks like they're doing the Beast people doing the Beast robots. They're doing them fairly well. Yeah, Transformers Rise of the Beasts. June 9th. 2 months. No, a month now. Yeah, June 9th. Wow. So, Little Mermaid comes right out at the end of the month. It's going to have 1 week before it runs into Transformers. I'm expecting Fast 10 is going to come out. I don't know if Little Mermaid's going to be able to beat Fast 10 at the box office in its second week. Because Fast 10 is going to be $1 billion movie contender. Little Mermaid, sadly, is not going to be $1 billion contender. But the week after that, it's going to run into Transformers. And Transformers if it delivers, Transformers in the past has been known to be billion-dollar properties. So, and it also looks like it's going to be a return to, it's going to be like continuing on with the same tone that Bumblebee had, and we're not going to be going back to the Bayformers. So that's good. What else is here? Wes Anderson's Asteroid City poster. That one, that poster does nothing for me. It does absolutely nothing for me. Apple TV series Lady in the Lake, Natalie Portman, will premiere later this year. I do like Natalie Portman. Oh, and I do like, it's Mikey Madison, right? Not Mickey. I was calling her Mickey Madison. It's Mikey Madison, apparently. She was one of the killers in Scream 5, which I really liked. I thought she was a good actress. So I'm looking forward to that. Lady in the Lake. You can't go wrong with Natalie Portman. Can't go wrong. Sasha Lane. Yeah, we just took a look at that Crowded Room trailer. Amanda Seyfried. Flaming Hot. Eva Longoria's Flaming Hot. Is that a series or something? Cillian Murphy. Yeah, he's going to have a good year with Oppenheimer. I hope he gets nominated for it. I do. John Howard King on Halle Bailey's casting for The Little Mermaid. Unfortunately, you want someone who has the best voice and has the best spirit and the most charisma, charm, and humor and best acting talent, and that's Halle. Good. Well, yeah. From the early buzz reviews, we heard that everybody was praising her, right? That she's got it. So that's good. Margot Robbie at the Chanel Cruise show. Margot Robbie's going to have a great year, too. Is she going to be our Sue Storm? I wouldn't hate it. I would be surprised. I'd be kind of like, wow, that's... I'd just be shocked if she's going to be our Sue Storm. But if Adam Driver's our Mr. Fantastic, they'll have good chemistry, I think. Calum Scott Howells to star in Relax, an upcoming biopic about Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Jonah Howard King covers Man About Town. Is that a magazine or something? He's the love interest, right? Jonah Howard King in Little Mermaid. Cillian Murphy and Christopher Nolan on Oppenheimer. Yeah. You'll always see Nolan. He's always thinking cinematically, even with shots of like them in a classroom or they're like a lecture hall maybe. He's always thinking about scope. How do I shoot this so that it looks very cinematic? And that's why I like Christopher Nolan. Even though he's obsessed with IMAX. And I've bragged about that before, so that's fine. First look at Minx. Okay, that's the season 2. Matilda star to join Melissa Barrera. Yeah, we know that. Beetlejuice 2 will mark Tim Burton and Jenna Ortega's second collaboration. Oh, Pedro Pascal. Look at that jacket. Star in Weapons. Is that fur? Is that a fur jacket? Well, he doesn't believe in fur. Paying for it. Sure. Halle Bailey, Little Mermaid premiere. Is that what she wore? That's stunning. We'll give that one the old heart. I like how it's like shiny. Is that supposed to like represent the waters or the reflection of waters? Yeah, that's really shiny, isn't it? Good photo though. Mason Gooding or Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah, he was in Scream 5 and 6. Winona Ryder and Jenna Ortega will play mother and daughter. Okay, so this site is saying that Winona Ryder will be back. Cool. Actually, see if we can get some confirmation on that. Let's go over to this IMDb. Let's see if they've updated her page to reflect that. Just to get a little confirmation. I do like Winona Ryder. She's great, great talent. Yeah. Edward Scissorhands, I think, is probably one of my favorite performances by her. Beetlejuice 2, so it is there. Good. And she's going to be in that Haunted Mansion movie that comes out later this year. Beetlejuice 2, so she's going to be in there. Let's see what else the IMDb page for Beetlejuice 2 has. I don't think it'll have that much. Justin Theroux. Wasn't he supposed to be the arms dealer that they were going to on Canto Bight in The Last Jedi? Yeah, this story just broke, so we're going to get a whole bunch of news about this coming down the works. Cool, man. Cool. What's next? Winona Ryder will return. So if I publish a short about that later today, which I will, I'll have to mention that as well. That Winona Ryder's in there. Justin Theroux to star in Beetlejuice 2. Maybe he's the house owner of a new house that Beetlejuice will be trying to like haunt, maybe. That could be. Queen Charlotte debuts at #1 on the Netflix. Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. I never watched Bridgerton, so I didn't bother watching that one. So there you go. Me Too, what's this? Adele Haenel has announced her retirement from films, citing the complacency and an indifference of the French industry to Me Too movement as her reason. Oh, bummer. That's a bummer, man. That some injustice. You sense that from that there's some, maybe she was treated inappropriately. That sucks. New look at Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Yeah. New image from Entertainment Weekly. New clip from Little Mermaid. Yeah, I don't want to listen. I don't want to. In case they're singing in this, I don't want to show it. But you heard that she's good in it, and Daveed Diggs, who plays the crab, Sebastian, apparently is good too. He's a singer too. If you've watched him on like what's that Netflix show, Ice Train with the train, Snowpiercer, he's a singer. That's where I saw him. Trailer for Crowded Room, yeah, we saw that. Simone Ashley, Will Poulter. I think that's where we left off yesterday, right? Crowded Room stuff. Yeah, as you can see, we've pretty much hit everything today that's been trending. If there's something else more later on today, we'll do that. Theo James to star in an adaptation of Stephen King's The Monkey, with James Wan set to produce. Well, that's cool. We'll have to talk about that for our Horror Weekly show. It follows twin brothers as they find their father's old monkey toy in the attic, but then gruesome deaths start to begin to occur all around. Yeah. Skeleton Crew. Wasn't the Graveyard Shift part of that too? In there? Like, Graveyard Shift was a short story, wasn't it too? Maybe I'm confusing it. But yeah. Okay. You gotta farm Stephen King material for sure. Yeah, that's where we ended up yesterday. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all I got in the can, guys. Fantastic Four 2025, yeah. They're gonna announce the casting any day now. Who's gonna be in those movies? They're gonna announce that any day. How the new Alien movie by Fade Alvarez can succeed. Well, as long as you keep the aliens scary and not campy like in Alien versus Predator Requiem, then yeah. The Covenant Blu-ray release. Emma Roberts to star in comedy movie. She just had a kid too, didn't she? I don't know why it's my business. It's just, for some reason, they announce it and it's kind of like hard. Skeleton Crew, Jude Law teases darker side of his character in Star Wars. Skeleton Crew is, honestly, it's one that I'm kind of like, it's kind of like, meh. The premiere has to blow people away. It does. Beetlejuice 2, yeah, we talked about that. Rise of the Beast posters. Yeah, that Jonathan Majors case is going on. He appeared in court yesterday. So let's take a look at some of these Rise of the Beast posters. That one's cool. Optimus. I like that one. Is that it? That can't be it. I said posters. Who is the new Transformers Rise of the Beast posters? The latest batch of posters include Optimus Prime. But I want to see the RC one. 1 of 6. Oh, okay. I got to scroll over here. I didn't see this button here. Optimus Primal. Why did that sound like a bird got into my apartment? Must be on the balcony. Okay, there's Mirage. Mirage poster. Bumblebee. That one's cool. There's RC. Yeah. Yep. That one's cool. There's the van. I don't know who the van is. Is the van supposed to be Ironhide? I don't think so. Huh. Anyway, cool posters. All right, guys, that's it for me. It's been an hour. Publish some shorts later on today. I would do the Black Widow stuff, but I gotta get a haircut this afternoon too. Man, my God. Yeah, as I said, I'm just really busy. So tomorrow, Survivor. We'll be back for Survivor tomorrow morning for sure. We'll be doing some shorts. I got to take care of this stuff today, and then hopefully we'll be back on track Friday though. And then next week we'll be doing a watch along for the Grumpy Man Reacts. We'll be doing that for sure. I just totally forgot that. Hey, we all get there. At least I'm still putting out some content each day. That's the way I look at it. You got something from me today at least. And there'll be a bunch of shorts later on today anyway. All right, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. Wheeljack is the van you said. Wheeljack. What? That's Wheeljack? Okay. Huh. All right, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Mirror Domains. Enjoy the rest of your day.